Hey everyone, welcome to another Pioneer video here on Magic Arena. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and there's a link to my Coffee account in the description. So if you're able to support the channel that way, it is greatly appreciated. So today we are playing a little bit of Dimir Midrange. So you may remember a few days ago, a couple of weeks maybe now, I did a version of the Pro Tour winning standard deck that had Doomsday Excruciator and used Superior Spider-Man or Kavaero to copy it and kind of create that effect, but also had a kind of sub-theme of having Deceit as an early interaction spell and then potentially being able to copy that later as well, because with Kavaero's mana cost you can pay blue, blue, black, black for it, and if you copy the Deceit you get both modes for just 4 mana. So you kind of get a 4/4 version of the same spell, but for 2 less mana, which is pretty good. So today we are kind of resurrecting that sub theme, but we kind of stripped out the Doomsday bit of it and kind of just turned it into more of a mid-range deck. So the idea is that if you cast Deceit earlier in the game, perhaps for a black, it goes to the graveyard after it's resolved. You get that Thoughtseize style effect, and then you can copy it again. You can copy it later for 4 mana, and then get the effects again. Perhaps bounce one of the opponent's non-land permanents. And then kind of strip their hand out again. So you get a lot of value off it for not a huge amount of investment, and you get a 4/4 left behind as well. So yeah, that's a pretty neat interaction. Obviously a core component of one of the most successful standard decks that's running around at the moment. So yeah, we got that fundamental interaction going on, and then we kind of built some mid-range cards around it. So the kind of familiar Gifted Aetherborns, Preacher of the Schisms that you kind of expect. I suppose it should be Preachers of the Schism. I never know how to pluralize those cards for this kind of thing. But we've also got 4 Quantum Riddlers, which can be a good Kavaero target, as well as just a good thing to kind of have anyway for card advantage. Overlord of the Bale Merc, so we got 3 copies of that, which not only gets things like Deceit and Riddlers into our graveyard, but obviously presents quite a powerful threat by itself. And then our early interaction spells that you'll be familiar with: Thoughtseize, Fatal Pushes, Bitter Triumphs, Go for the Throat, and then Murderous Rider as well, all of that good stuff. So yeah, we're kind of built around a primarily black mid-range deck, but splashing into blue for some of these more powerful cards. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. 25 lands, just because we do. I mean, the mana curve is, again, it's one of the things where the mana curve is not quite what it appears to be. These are really 2 mana spells. This can be 2 mana. So yeah, it's not as top end as it perhaps looks originally. And primarily black, so 3 basic swamps to go alongside our dual lands, an Urborg, and then a couple of utility lands as well. Then in the sideboard, so we got our counterspell package, which splashing into blue allows us to play. So 2 copies of Annul, 2 copies of Spell Pierce, some more hand disruption, some graveyard hate, again, that needs to be targeted so that it doesn't affect what we're trying to do. A Brazen Borrower, just for some good tempo, and then yeah, another Mystical Dispute. Liliana of the Veil, which we don't really mind discarding our own cards. We can get lots of value out of our graveyard, so Liliana's +1 is pretty good here, as well as the -2 is always pretty potent. And then a couple of Path of Peril, which generally misses most of our creatures. It hits Aetherborn, but all of our kind of more powerful stuff that we're kind of cheating into play is ignored by Path of Peril. So we have the option to wipe the board for against opponents who are doing lots of quick starts. So yeah, that is the deck. Dimir Midrange. Looking forward to this. So thank you very much for watching. Let's take it onto the ladder. On the play, don't mind if I do. Don't want this hand though. 25 lands. Okay, this is better. I think I will put back Superior Spider-Man for now. It doesn't kind of do what we need in this, given what else we got in our hand. Okay, just give me another one. Ha! No lightning bolts in this format. So, some flavour of Izzet. Ew. Well, we hate to see it. Okay, well... It's not quite in the right order, but... we got some options now. I just hope it's quick enough based on what the opponent's going to be doing. Okay, okay. So, is it Prowess? So I think we can comfortably take out the Ember Heart here. Take 3 damage. Just fiddling with my sound levels a sec. Okay. Yep, let's... Hell. Yeah, I should probably use the hand disruption mode here. It's tempting. It is sometimes tempting to use the other one. I'll take their boomerang basics. Can't make me block with a tapped creature. The music does seem loud today. I'm just going to turn it down a bit more. Okay, fair enough. Goes back to my hand, so take a hit of damage here. In fact, I'll take a lot more damage. What's that, 11? Ugh. Yeah, 11 we might struggle with, to be honest. Actually, okay. Well, we've got a chance now, so... Black, black, blue, blue, play Kavaero, copying Deceit. Now, do I bounce the Steel Cutter? I think I probably should. I'll take it out of my hand. Now I do have Fatal Push available to me as well. Ugh. Okay, well that's probably game. Because they can now cast quite a few different spells. Okay, I don't mind them force. I mean, they might still, to be honest, do the boomerang basics on it anyway. Yep, me dead. Okay. Yeah, they got lucky there. So, definitely want Path of Peril. Want a null for Corey Steelcutter. Probably Duress is better than Thoughtseize. I'm not sure I love Bitter Triumph here either. I suppose it gets us some discard value. So I might go down 1 Overlord and 1 Quantum Riddler. Just trim some of our cards that don't affect the board straight away. I'll have a Mystical Dispute. Prowess continues to be annoying at all points. Okay. And it's a little painful in terms of life, but if we can snag a steel cutter early. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay. I've seen scarier turn 1 plays from a deck like this, so let's have a look in their hand. I might hold the second Deceit, knowing that they have Soul Guide Lantern. Okay, probably not going to hold the second Deceit now. At least we're not getting double steel cutted, I suppose. Let's get Preacher of the Schism down. Okay, I can live with that. So they head off the top. Another synthesizer. That's not bad. Doesn't let them get through my Preacher, though, this turn, which is good news. Okay, well, I think we can attack. Gives us a 1-1, which is not terrible. Let's send one of these Riddlers into exile. Yeah, this is interesting. Part of me wonders if I should just try and stop them double spelling if I can. Yep. Okay, we like that. Okay. Yes, give me my life linkers. This might just be a double Aetherborn turn. Aetherborn's a good fodder for what the opponent's trying to do. Okay, well, we got some value out of it. Ooh, that coffee is still far too hot. Oh, there go one of my Deceits, no doubt. Yep. Yeah, they still don't really have any good attacks. Okay. Send in the Aetherborns. Yeah, if I hardcast this Quantum Riddler, I get 2 cards off it, so that makes a lot more sense. Okay, Kavaero's not doing much for us here, but I think we can hardcast a Deceit next turn. Alright. I'm still on 20 life, though, so... I mean, go for it. Okay. Block one of these. These can double block that. To be honest, I think that's a pretty acceptable exchange. Okay. Let's go. Cool. Yeah, so I would have bounced Steel Cutter, probably got rid of it, depending on what their other card was. Okay, so I think Spell Pierce goes in on the draw, because we do need to be able to hit a turn 2 Steel Cutter. We've got a few ways of doing that now, and I think a couple of Thought Seizers as well. Was I running 61 cards there? I might have been. Oh well. I'll trim Murderous Rider. Trim Brazen Borrower. Maybe, yeah, maybe go down. Maybe go down. Maybe just trim all the Kavaeros. It's an interesting one. Keep in Brazen Borrower. It doesn't block creatures without flying. Actually, I don't love it. I think I want maximum try and stop Steel Cutter on turn 2. That might be a mistake. We might not have enough proactive threats. None of these is an answer to Steel Cutter on turn 2. Okay, this kind of is, so I'll put back Bitter Triumph. Yeah, you're sided 300 answers to Steel Cutter. You don't see any of them in two opening hands. Okay, the opponent's missing land drops. I think we'll just pass and probably pull the trigger on Path of Peril next turn. Okay, well, that's a land drop. Do I want to... I don't think I need to. Shame I can't also hold up Mystical Dispute, but... Stop hitting lands! God, kept to one lander. Always get away with it, don't I? Okay. I think I'll play Aetherborn and just hold up both Push and Dispute. I think it's fine. Madness. Yep. No. We could have gotten away with it there, but they've just drawn so well that... Okay, I'll play Preacher of the Schism. Yeah, don't think we're going to be winning this one. And of course, now they're just not casting any blue spells at all. Okay. Well, we get to take that one out at least. But I'm not sure how I'm going to win this game. They've got 2 active steel cutters. At least I'm presenting them no targets. Yeah, why not? Okay, nice Preacher. Yeah. Yeah, we're not going to win. Disappointing. Um, 5 lands. I don't love it, but I'm going to keep it. Temple of Epiphany. You don't see that often. What have they got going on here? Let's take a look, shall we? Oh, it's a creativity deck. That's fun. And I use the word fun incredibly advisedly. Do I just take the creativity? No, I think I'll take Deduce. Just slow down their token production. That's... More land is not necessarily the best. Oh, come on. Okay, well, we're keeping them at bay at least, so I'll send a Quantum Riddler into exile. If this last card is something like Big Score, that could be a problem, because I don't have any interaction for that. Have some land to go with that land. Yep. So, if they draw a land here, they can target both their tokens. Okay, we might yet get away with it. And indeed they did. Okay. But they haven't gone for it. Fine. Oh yeah. I was like, why is it trying to tap the pain land? It's because I've got Urborg. So yeah, we'll push that one. Yeesh. Okay. So I think there's a question here. Whether they are willing to try. I think they kind of got to go for it now. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to stop them. The way I could have potentially stopped them, I suppose, is just hold up all my mana and assume that they might try and protect it with Spell Pierce, but even that doesn't work now. Let's see. Oh, they're playing very coy. Okay. Well, that's good for us. Even though I'm not drawing what I need to stop them doing the thing. Okay, Deceit does do that. Don't know why I didn't play this on blue, to be honest, as given that it's just underground sea if we do that. Okay, let's bounce one of their tokens. Now they've only got one. Well, they still have two targets, actually, because of the... Okay, they got a shark. A 4/4 shark. Of course. Of course. I mean, if you're the OP, you've got to go for it now, haven't you? Still no? No, they're just going to attack first. That makes sense. Okay, let's see what they can get. Yep, that'll do me. Okay, we got very unfortunate that they drew that second creativity. So, definitely want Spell Pierce. Duress. Mystical Dispute. Yeah, I think we just go maximum hand disruption. Fatal Push is still pretty good. Bitter Triumph is fine. I think Quantum Riddler's probably quite bad in this matchup. I don't think we need all of our Overlords. So yeah, we just try and stop them doing the thing as much as possible. Brazen Borrower is also actually an answer, so... $25 land deck. Yep, this'll do. No, Takanuma might be good here. Although without... I can't use both modes of the Deceit, so... Yeah, maybe we just put back Takanuma. Okay, opponent's on a heavy mulligan. We love to see it. Could I suppose I could have put in Path of Peril. It's a bit situational depending on what they're trying to. I think we win by making sure they never cast a creativity in the first place, not by trying to stop it from happening once it's cast. Is probably our best bet, just because they generate so many tokens that just don't have that much removal. Interesting. I think I'm gonna... Yeah, let's start with Deceit, and then we can, depending on what we see, we can either Aetherborn and Duress next turn or play Preacher. Okay, I'll take Creativity. I think let's just play Preacher this turn. Okay. Show me your hand again, please, sir. Thank you for your Shark Typhoon. Now, they could just rip Creativity off the top here. It's certainly a possibility. Not much we can do about it if they do. This to me implies that they may well have done. No? Okay. In which case, sir, show me your hand. Cool. Okay, we go to game 3. Is a null justifiable purely by them playing Fable? I don't think it is. Obviously, it's great if you can annul a Fable of the Mirror Breaker, but that's very situational. And you can spell Piercer just as easily. Probably. Liliana... Don't think so. I don't love Murderous Rider here. Functionally does kind of the same thing. Okay. Let's have a good one. It's keepable. Nice. Okay, well, that kind of sets the tone, I think, for what we're going to try and do. Leyline of Sanctity. And a Nasa. Wow, there's a lot going on here, isn't there? Preach. I can use Deceit as a bounce spell, at least.
Keep an open mind.
Yep. And a Mirex as well. Not good, not good. I need one of my counter spells here pretty pronto. Okay, well they can't Mirrex this turn at least.
I know 88 ways to defeat you. Pick one. Meditate and prepare.
Or I just bounce the Leyline of Sanctity as my other alternative. Yeah. I think that's what I'm doing this turn. It'll cost me both my deceits to do it, but I think it's the right thing to do. That's interesting.
Hone your prowess.
I can't replay it at least. Deduce is fine. I think there's a question here of whether they hold up Censor, which they probably will. Okay, well, let's get an Overlord of the Bale Merc down. Then potentially, depending on what we draw, we can play around Censor. Okay, I'll pick up Deceit. And let's use it again. We are kind of relying on just blanking another creativity for a bit, which is not going to be easy forever. Do I just take their Prismari commands? That gives them all the redraws, but Chandra is also really rough here, so I think I'll take that. Yeah, we're kind of playing the please don't game at the moment. It's not... I don't think it's going to last forever, because they've got a lot of redraws. They can't activate Narset again, at least. Them blanking my Preacher here has been pretty bad. Come on, where are my counter spells? Well-timed Spell Pierce here would be amazing, but... Okay. So I can copy Deceit. What would I do? I wouldn't bounce Narset, but I could bounce their treasure token. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing here. They've not got anything worth copying, no. Okay, they're not hard casting Valgoroth at least. So I'll take their Deduce. My poor, poor creatures. Okay, well, Takanuma is potentially another copy of Deceit. But I do think I just need to get some presence on the board now, so I might just cast 2 Preachers. Because they do get blanked for a turn by Narset, but only a turn. Nice, okay. Well, they're out of tokens for now, so that's good. Oh, that's sad. Yep, we need a... I think I'm going to send both the Preachers at Narset, just in case they have an answer. Can't draw, sadly. I just lose 2 life.
I shall miss your company.
Okay, go for it. If you got it, you got it. I've done what I can against pretty impossible odds. No. Okay. Well, these redraws need to be good. Otawara's a good one. So's Thoughtseize. So we'll start with Thoughtseize. Take their Porter to Phyrexia. Yeah, they were 1 turn away from being able to hardcast that. No, thank you, please. So, they're running out of outs here. They've drawn all of their top end. Ooh, that's satisfying. Ooh, that was very satisfying. Well played, me. Yep, this'll do. It's not an amazing hand, but hopefully Bale Merc will get us to where we need to be. Kahira suggests this is probably Azorius control. I feel reasonable about that matchup. Could be elementals as well, increasingly. That is a popular thing to be doing. Nope, it's Azorius control, that's fine. So let's Bale Merc while we can. 2, 3, 4. I'll pick up Preacher here. Yes. I know your game. Nice. Okay, well, let's have a look. Okay, Dovin's Veto gives me turn to cast Preacher. Probably won't survive, but... Okay, well, I shall continue to Thoughtseize you until my heart's content. And I missed a land drop as well, which is pretty spicy. Yep. Pinnacle Starcage I don't care about. Teferi, they're a long way from being able to cast. The Wandering Emperor is more annoying here. Yes. I feel like I'm leaving Teferi. We're just taking one of these Emperors. I'll hardcast Murderous Rider just to have some pressure on the board. Because my Bale Merc is going to come down as well. Maybe I should have taken Teferi because it is an answer to Overlord, but they are at least one turn away from being able to cast that. Ooh, yes, you will consult the star charts. Okay. Get myself an Aetherborn. I think, even if they're holding up Emperor, it's definitely still worth attacking with Overlord, because we get the value off it. Yeah. And then I can always Bitter Triumph it. Bitter Triumph it.
Hat's coming off. I am almost sad to see you go.
Yeah, Quantum Riddler's fine here. I think, yeah, we can... I mean, it's tempting to just hardcast a Riddler, but I don't think I should. I'll stick one into Warp. I'll Bitter Triumph the Wandering Emperor.
I guess that's that.
Okay, they can play Big Tef now. But Big Tef is also going to die. Huh. Now this is interesting. So that does need to die this turn. Certainly. Happy to do that.
Let me know if you're up for round two.
Narset's fine.
Put thoughtfulness before action.
Get lost. Sure. Okay, the shields are down on my Quantum Riddlers now. So, Aetherborn. Then I think I'm just Kavaeroing, because I can't draw while they've got Narset on the battlefield, so I might as well just go pick up Deceit. Base is a good draw here. This is interesting. So, do they have a counter spell, I think is the question. Because ideally, I would want to bounce Baser and take it away, but obviously that's quite a rough play if they do have a counter spell. Last card in hand. No, you live and learn, don't you? Sure thing. Yep. Crack up map tokens. Yep, they want to keep Narset alive for a turn. I can understand that. What a draw. Okay. So again, my draws are still shut off. So I think I'll just hardcast another Deceit. I'll bounce their Pinnacle Stark Age. Yeah, well, the thing is, you can do that, but when you're only searching for one card, I'm just going to take the card that you get, and if it's not very good, I'll take the Pinnacle Stark Age instead. Yeah. Grow our Aetherborn. Keep Kavaero on top. Very nice. Good, good. Okay, now. Let's get you off the board, shall we?
Such
Marvellous.
violence is upsetting.
I will hardcast Warp Quantum Riddler, I should say. Blue, blue, black, black. Bounce Kaheera just in case the other card is a land, which it is. Okay, well they're pretty much wipe the board or die territory here. They're certainly not giving up. And boy, I wish they would. Okay. Fine. Kill Izzet. We'll have a Preacher of the Schism. Hardcast one of our Quantum Riddlers. Get 2 cards off it. How many cards have I got in my library? 25. Okay, that's fine. This better not be a Consult the Star Charts. Of course it is. How deeply annoying. I'm presuming they don't have a Supreme Verdict. Otherwise, they would have used it. No, they do. Of course they do. How incredibly wearing. Okay, how much land have I got? Yeah, we can... Let's play the game again. Yeah, I'll copy Quantum Riddler. Play Aetherborn. Go, go, go. Big Tef.
If you show remorse, you know what? I'm not done.
Okay, Starcage will get rid of Aetherborn. That's a lot of land.
Don't make another move.
Hardcast another Riddler. It's Kavaero number 547.
Hold that thought.
What does this one do? Draw a card, then discard a card. Fine. Oh, they're digging. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll start with a hardcast Deceit. I think we'll just bounce to Fairy. Go away. What have I got in my graveyard? I do have Quantum Riddlers, so... Start by cracking some maps. Attack for 6. Yeah, then we'll copy another Riddler. Draw 2 more cards. 3 more cards. That's fun. And now basically they get 2 looks. Cool. Finally. Okay. So we move on to game 2, where we want Spell Pierce, Duress, Mystical Dispute. Do we want a Null? Probably not. I think they'll probably board out their Pinnacle Stark Ages. I think Fatal Push, I think, can go for now, and we shall take a view on that. And same with Go for the Throat. Well, Go for the Throat does answer Beza, doesn't it, actually? So let's keep that in. And we'll go down a Preacher. $25 lands. Okay, this will do. Let's put back... Ooh, this is tough, actually. I do want to land a Bale Merc if I can. Maybe Quantum Riddler's going back? That feels crazy. Or is it Preacher? Yeah, let's put back Preacher. Should have put back Quantum Riddler. Okay, don't care about that. Don't care about Dovin's veto right about now, so I'll take the Consult the Star Charts. Okay. We'll land Overlord of the Bale Merc. Pick up Preacher of the Schism. Feels fine. Okay, this is an interesting one. So, I think we can slow roll this a little. Play Quantum Riddler. Spell Pierce, there no more lies. And now we're just going full card advantage mode. Okay, let's play Preacher. Yeah, so Cutstill's flanker is fine here. I assume they'll probably... Okay, my graveyard's not that interesting at this point in the game. Okay, no stop. I suppose they could Test of Talents my Duress. But if they do that, they're not using it on anything else, so that's kind of fine. I think I've already used both copies, haven't I? Yep. You can look at my hand. For what little good it will do you, you can look at my hand. My library, no doubt. So I'll attack with Preacher of the Schism. I think I'm playing out the Takenuma here, just because I do want to get to 5 and empty my hand. So I'll warp another Quantum Riddler. Fine. Now. I think we probably should, shouldn't we? Be rude not to, if they've got like a Supreme Verdict or something. Hoo-hoo, say goodbye to your Consult the Star Charts. No consultations here, please. Okay, I like drawing Beza in a pinch, but it is just a card. Okay. Let's Deceit again. And I'm going to clear Beza out the way here, I think. Have another token. Now they're living off the top of their library. And that is not a supreme verdict. We'll all be pleased to hear. Start with Quantum Riddler. Draw 2. Nice, like a Mystical Dispute. Now we'll send in other creatures. I think I'll just pick up a... yeah, I'll just pick up Kavaero. I think that's fine. I think they may have gone for a lie down. Yeah, that's fine. They're kind of a draw Supreme Verdict or die here, so I think that's fine. Obviously, it's the one thing I can't counter. I could Mystical Dispute a Farewell, for example. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, we should be fine now. Cool. Very nice. Okay, after a very grindy game 1, we were able to pretty well dominate them in game 2. Deceit proving to be an absolute powerhouse once more. Overlord of the Baleberg's not bad either against control. Just get it down early, get some value. Quantum Riddler, similarly, just drawing lots and lots of cards. Kind of just drown them. So, yeah. Three quite intense matches there. Doran. If only you were good. Yeah, the creativity matchup was quite intense. Azorius control that game 1 was quite long. Prowess was very close. So yeah, no, some good, really good matches to be fair. But yeah, no, this deck certainly has something going on. The combination of all of these powerful cards and then being able to just copy them again at will. Obviously, most often you're copying Deceit, just for all of that value. But, you know, copying the Quantum Riddler and drawing 2, maybe even 3 cards is no joke. And yeah, it has enough interaction to keep you going through the early game. Yeah, performed pretty well, I think, for what is not a slightly off meta deck, I would say. It's certainly not one that you see in a lot of tournaments. But yeah, I enjoyed playing it for sure. This is such a fun card to play. So yeah, here's the deck list one more time. It's in the description as usual, so let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. Contribute to the coffee account if you can. Here's the sideboard. And I'll see you next time.